Hi, everyone. So our policy project is on dress codes in schools.
Gender plays a big role in dress codes because men are held to different standards than women are. In many schools, girls can't show their skin, but men are allowed to, and this sexualizes female bodies. Dress codes are hard to enforce because different body types can look very different in the same outfit.
Pulling students out of their classrooms to enforce the dress code is taking the attention away from the actual learning and can cause stress, anxiety, and embarrassment for the students who are being objectified by the dress code.
One of the largest reasons for needing a change in dress code policy is that many current policies promote misogyny and the sexualization of underage girls. This can be seen not only in personal experiences, but can also be reinforced by school officials. An article by Susan Troller, a middle school principal, said that most dress code violations involve clothes that were sexually suggestive and that these violations were more common amongst girls. She continued to suggest that many recent dress code violations are largely due to recent styles that include tiny tops and tiny skirts. Not only is this sexualizing young girls, her rhetoric clearly only targets traditionally feminine clothes. This policing of the female body by school officials enables and almost encourages boys to objectify young girls. Centering the male gaze at the core of the school dress code, as seen in an article by Lee Jo, the school dress code uses the terms distraction-free learning zone to place the blame of inappropriate reactions from classmates on the young girls. Not only is this extremely problematic, but it reinforces the traditional misogynistic view that women are at fault for objectification of their own body.
Dress codes target people of color. There was a study of 29 high schools in Washington, D.C. that reported African-American female students are cited for dress code violations twice as often as their white counterparts. High schools that are majority Black on average cited more dress code restrictions than other schools at 4.7 to 2.7, and 68% of those DC schools banned hair wraps or headscarves, which are attributed to people's cultures or just ways of expressing themselves, but they claim them as unprofessional. There was a specific case in Texas with high school senior DeAndre Arnold, who was punished for growing his hair into dreadlocks. He was placed in school suspension and he couldn't attend class, prom, or graduation because he violated the dress code with his hair. He was told this news months before his graduation, which seemed ridiculous because it's so far in advance. But as this article said, racism isn't logical. The school board that voted on it had zero diversity, and the principal of that school tweeted claiming that Black students should be held to high academic standards, implying that dreadlocks are linked to bad performance, when in reality, we believe that the more comfortable and the more freedom that students have to express themselves through their dress will only make them feel more comfortable and perform better academically. Overall, racist dress codes reduce students' ability to openly express their culture and heritage, sends a message that administration cares more about eliminating students' freedom of expression than their actual education, and it normalizes racism at an early age and encourages other students that it's acceptable.
These are two examples that we found where schools across the nation implemented new dress codes after there were incidents that happened in the schools. They allowed a new dress code where items that were banned before were now allowed, such as tank tops, leggings, and hats. And the other school just wanted a more diverse type of dress code that not only where it was focused on girls, but allowed both boys and girls to dress the way that they wanted to.
To actually implement some new ideas for a new dress code policy, we would suggest one-on-one meetings with administration to discuss their appearance and why it was inappropriate, rather than automatically being forced to change into clothes, which can be shameful. And those would be between class, not during, because that can be kind of stressful. We would think about doing teacher and administration education, like bi-weekly conference meetings to discuss trends and outstanding cases within the dress code to make sure that everyone's on the same page. And we would have clear guidelines instead of just restrictions for the dress code.
We propose the idea of a 3-strike policy where students talk about why their outfit is inappropriate the first 2 times and then have to change their outfit on the 3rd time. They'd be encouraged to change into their own clothes that they keep in their gym lockers so that they eliminate the embarrassment of having to change into other people's clothing.
And these are our references. Thanks for listening.